Welcome to the Virtual Women's Forum, a groundbreaking initiative empowering women across generations. This collaboration between WSD Women and the East African community, women's intergenerational dialogue paves the way for transformative connections. Our mission is to unite senior women leaders with young visionaries for mentorship and impactful dialogue. Centered on the theme, the role of digital technologies and social media in enhancing women's leadership and empowerment, we aim to inspire change. Join us as we explore barriers and best practices in business, technology, media, politics, and academia. Together, we foster a future where women lead fearlessly, empowered by digital tools and networks. Through shared experiences and wisdom, we cultivate a space for growth and innovation. Join us in this transformative journey and let's shape the future of women's leadership together.
For years, I held on to this costly belief that my brilliance alone was enough, that my expertise alone was enough. I would post these beautifully curated flyers on social media and wait for my clients to find me. And when this didn't happen, at least the way I'd hoped for, consistently, sustainably, I noted the consequences, that the consequences were not just professional, they were personal and painfully so. The moments when I couldn't even feed my children, the moments where I would wonder and I would look at my children and think, so how are we going to do this? And in these days when the silence of the clients felt like a measure on my worth, the truth became impossible to ignore. That invisibility had a price. And if you're watching this, my question to you is, what is your being invisible in your world costing you? For me, it costed me food on the table for my children. I remember going to a client's office. We had a meeting, and this was our first time meeting with this client, me and my colleague. We are in the middle of this meeting, and the client looks at me straight in the eye, and he said, I was looking at your profiles, and Melody, you need to be more visible. And in this moment, for me, this was not criticism. This was a wake-up call. This was a reminder of what I already knew I needed to do. And I have encountered this as a confidence coach with my clients, where looking at different clients from the emerging leaders who are just starting their careers to executives, and I've seen the same struggle repeating itself, where brilliance is buried behind silence, competence is suffocated by invisibility, and leadership is muted by the fear of taking space. I've seen it. And for us as women, we have been socialized as well to do our work quietly, expecting the good work to eventually speak for itself and expecting somebody else to notice us. There are moments we can be noticed, but in this conversation, I'm talking about us showing up. And this phenomenon is the myth of silent excellence, where you keep your head down and you're hoping that someone is going to discover you. But what this does is that it costs us opportunities. It costs partnerships. It costs money on the table. It costs influence. It costs women, especially, promotions. And it also costs recognition. And what I want to tell you is that visibility is not, it is not arrogance. Visibility is a strategy. Visibility is alignment. And visibility is leadership. And maybe you're saying, okay, so how do we then move from being invisible to visibility? I'm going to share with us at least 3 strategies so that we get to the point of being seen, not just being seen, but being heard. And the first strategy is become your own advocate. And what do I mean by becoming your own advocate? You become a spokesperson for your own excellence. You toot your own horn, in other words. You do not wait for somebody to discover you. You articulate your own impact. You name your own results. Start sharing your wins without apology. Even if they're small wins, start sharing them for yourself. And you're not waiting for the next person to say, oh, you've done well. If they do notice it, that's a bonus, but you've already done it for yourself. And the other thing is that do not leave any space, any meeting without saying something. Even when you're feeling afraid, do it anyway. Even with your knees knocking and your teeth chattering, start speaking up. You can even write down what you want to say and read it out. And the more you're doing that, you're also growing your confidence muscles. You're growing your speaking muscles. And you continue to repeat that until it becomes a habit, until it becomes a part of who and what you do. And the second strategy that I want to share with us is show up where your opportunities live. Show up where your opportunities live. Get into spaces where your opportunities are. Whether you're in corporate or you're in business, get into spaces, join the different communities in person or in online, and be a part of the conversations, because you're not going to be influential in rooms that you're not a part of. And the third strategy is take up space intentionally, authentically. And how do you do this? By stop waiting. You do this by not waiting for the right moments. Stop waiting for the right moments. Start showing up in your brilliance, in your full brilliance. And you do this by not shrinking. So these are the 3 strategies that I had. Become your own advocate. Show up where your opportunities live. And take up space intentionally. And you do this one step at a time. The journey of 1,000 miles was not started by 1,000. You start with 1. And then you go to 2. And before you know it, when you look back, you are at a 10. You are at a 30. You are at 100. And you continue going. But you need to have this visibility strategy for yourself. So here is what I want to leave you today. You are not here to be hidden. You are not here to play small. You are not here to shrink yourself to fit in small places. And you're certainly not here to dim your light and your brilliance. But you are here to be bold. You are here to be confident. You are here to make an impact. You are here to lead. You are here to influence. And you are here to be visible. So stop whispering your worth and start showing up in your zone of brilliance. Because the moment you start showing up in your zone of brilliance, you're going to change the trajectory of every room that you're a part of.